eBay fraud will make you want to quit. It'll make you angry, it'll make you sad, just a whirlwind of emotions. Watch this video and let us share our experiences with you, which will hopefully help you to overcome what you're experiencing. And don't worry, don't give up. It's not as bad as you think it is.
Now, before we jump into the video, please subscribe to our channel and feel free to check us out on eBay at GameXTC. You'll get valuable information on leveling up your video game hardware and software.
In this video, I'll be focusing on the return scam. Now, there's a few household rules that you need to apply to protect yourself. This is called seller's protection. And if you're protected, then you don't have anything to worry about. When listing your item, you need to ensure that your item description is as accurate as possible. If not, then you could have an issue. Whether you like it or not, you need to give your buyers the option of being able to return the item. Finally, send your item via a tracked and signed service. If you're worried about the cost, factor it into your sell price. Okay, enough about that. So what happened to GameXTC? So we advertised this PS4, 1 terabyte, 2 controllers, boxed, all wires. We tested it before we sent it, took pictures of it, took videos of it, every single serial number that was visible on the machine, we noted. We then shipped it, and once it was received by the buyer, we got a suspicious email. And when I say suspicious, I mean, yeah, out of the norm. The buyer sent us a message to say that the console was very laggy, slow, it had error codes, and at the same time, they opened up a case. We know full well we sent this console in perfect condition. It was tested extensively, so at this point, we have to treat this as fraud. But we won't know for sure until we receive the console back. To try and help the situation, we tried to help the customer to troubleshoot the issues, but the customer wasn't playing ball. So we had to accept the return, and a couple of days later, we received the item back. We knew from the messages that the buyer sent us that the error codes related to the external hard drive, so we targeted that area. We could see that the external hard drives had been swapped, simply because the serial numbers were different. Here's a picture of the original HDD. On the back of that, we contacted Action Fraud, which is UK's National Reporting Centre for Fraud and Cybercrime. As the buyer used the drop-off point as the delivery address, we contacted that hub and went through all the necessary steps to obtain CCTV footage. The next step was pretty straightforward. We reported the buyer to eBay and then shared all the information we collated. The most important parts were the Action Fraud ID, the fact that we reported the buyer, and we had evidence that the hard drive was swapped. That was enough for us to win the case. So when I say don't worry, don't worry. As long as you followed the first 3 steps at the beginning of this video, and you've documented everything, you have nothing to worry about. Continue selling. Although we won the case, the only annoying part about this whole thing was that we had to go through the appeal process to win. During these eBay series, we'll be going through various tips. The next video will be on how to remove feedback that you do not agree with.